This morning, my friends and I took a tour of the Zimmerman home in Manchester, New Hampshire. This house was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright in the 1950s. I want you to take a moment and appreciate the beautiful lines of his design and also how he integrates nature into the landscape of the home. The Khalil house is just 2 houses down from the Zimmerman house.
So the shape for this sweater is a drop shoulder box sweater, and I'm going with the more modern silhouette that's much wider, where the box goes almost all the way out to the elbow. I think it just drapes better and looks a little prettier, so that's what I'm going with. For this challenge, I wanted to do something with color work that was new and fresh. I didn't want it to look too dated or too floral. I looked all over the internet for different ideas, for different images. What I came up with is the stained glass windows designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. He really focused on proportion and repeating shapes as a way of bringing the beauty of the natural world into the stained glass windows.
This is my first draft of the outline of the stained glass window that is featured on the front of my sweater.
So at first I tried to do my design with stranded color work because that's a technique I'm more familiar with. However, I wasn't really getting the effect I wanted. So instead I have switched to doing intarsia with garter stitch and slip stitches because that gave me the square proportions that I needed for this design. I didn't want to do the same palette as Frank Lloyd Wright. He has beautiful colors, but they're his colors, and I wanted to do something that was more me. So I looked through some of my photographs of the natural world that I've taken over the last couple of years and actually printed out at least a dozen of them, and we went through all the different yarns and all the different palettes and came up with a bunch of different options. And then the one I liked best is based on this photo, and this is the yarns that go with it. So my picture is of some red geraniums, and the colors we picked to match it are the pink that you see in the geraniums right there, some complementary pinks to go with it, and then also the yellow and the green. Now for this sweater, I really wanted the color work to be the star, so the background color is this beautiful gunmetal gray, and really the proportions of these colors, I'm using the pink very sparingly. Even though it's the main color in the flower, it's too much for the sweater, so this is used as the pop color in the sweater.
Starting with my original outline design, I began experimenting with my chosen palette of colors. I went through almost a dozen different iterations with slight modifications of the lines and the outline and where the colors were going to go until I finally settled on the one I liked best.
So far I'm about halfway done. So I've finished the entire front panel, and that includes most of the color work. There's a big color work panel on the center of the sweater. I've started on the back, and the back is mostly stockinette with just a little bit of color work, and the sleeves should be very quick. They're just very small, so about halfway done so far. I was a little bit concerned about the differences in drape between the garter stitch sections and the stockinette sections, but I'm very happy to say that the drape is beautiful, the stitch definition is great, and it's so soft and lovely to work with. The colors that I chose and the way that they're working together, it looks like there's light shining through the center of the sweater, and I absolutely love it.